with Mark Ward and the Crescent City Savage for another new edition of the IE Wrestling Show on a special Friday morning edition of the show. What's good? Thank you everyone for tuning in for our special Friday edition of the IE Wrestling Show. Man, we got a lot to talk about today. A lot of wrestling news to get into. We got to recap NXT Vengeance Day. We definitely got to recap NXT and TNA because, man, those two shows I think outshined AEW, outshined WWE's main roster show of Monday Night Raw this week, in my opinion. So I don't know how T5 feels about that, but we'll get into it, and then we're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber, which is going to be next week live Toronto, Canada, our neighbors to the north. But man, what is good, my brother? How you doing today? The Crescent City Savage T5. How you doing, my friend?
What's happening? What's happening, everybody, man? Good to see you, bro. What's happening?
Chilling, man. I know. I apologize for the background. I had to set up shop in the kiddo's bedroom. So you got my hoodie back there, and then you got my son's little collection of Super Mario figures on the other side of me.
Same, bro. It's either Super Mario figures or it's my Tulane Green Wave flag in the back with the one-piece joint in the corner. It's okay, bro. It's okay.
There you go. That's what's up. But man, well, thank y'all for everyone tuning in right now to the IE Wrestling Show, your direct feed for all that is professional wrestling on the only network that is your direct feed for all that is sports, IE Sports Radio. What's good, everyone? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful, and happy and blessed Friday morning.
It's the weekend, baby.
I would say afternoon, but I think our showtime starting so early. It's still the morning.
Early, bro. We catching.
Yeah, the weekend's getting started.
We get y'all.
Yeah. It's super early. But
early in the morning.
That's right. And I mean, some to tell. At least it's not like what culture. Those guys and then Cultaholics, since they're overseas, man, they be putting out new videos at like 3, 4, sometimes 5 in the morning, and it's like already like in the afternoon their time. You know what I mean? Since they're on the other side of the pond. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm catching it super early in the morning, but for them it's already like halfway through the afternoon. But man, if y'all love what we do, please show some love. Follow us on X, TikTok, and Blue Sky at IE Wrestling Show. That's X, TikTok, and Blue Sky at IE Wrestling Show. And another thing too, show your support, man, if you can. I'm gonna leave this banner floating below, off and on throughout the duration of the show. If you want to support the podcast, show your love and support for the show for less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. $5 a month is all it is. $5 a month. You won't even notice it if you put it on an automatic withdrawal into your account. You won't even notice $5 being gone from your account. Me and T5 would greatly appreciate it. It would help us be able to do more things for y'all, like do special episodes for y'all that are Spreaker exclusive, because this is the support club off Spreaker.com. Go to www.spreaker.com/podcast/the-IE-wrestling-show and /support. Scrolling down below right there, check out that link. And if you got the shekels that you can sacrifice for $5 a month, less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, guys, $5 a month. And that'll greatly help us be able to do a little more things here for y'all from IE Sports Radio and from us here at the IE Wrestling Show. We greatly appreciate it. Anything helps, just listening really helps. Hell, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. That is enough to help us out too as well, especially if you're watching us live right now on the official IE Sports Radio X account, and we're streaming live right now on YouTube on the IE Sports Radio official YouTube channel. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button on the YouTube channel while you're at it as well. And we're also streaming live right now on my official Facebook page. So we got 3 platforms right now going live worldwide. Hopefully it's worldwide, I would assume, since it's the World Wide Web. You know what I mean?
We taking over. We
trying
over. DJ Khaled.
if you can, show some love to my boy, the Crescent City Savage, my co-host here, my tag team partner, T5, Travis. He's got 2 accounts on X, and y'all need to follow both of them. His personal page, Who is T Fizzle? Who is T Fizzle? That's his personal page. And then show some love to his other show page, because he has a solo show here on IE Sports Radio, the Crescent City Connection, where he talks everything Louisiana sports. Go to Crescent City _IE and please give him a follow and a share, a subscribe, anything you can do to help out my brother here. Check out his show. It's high noon Saturdays, 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I know he's going to have a lot to talk about with this reshaping of the New Orleans Saints coaching staff, which I'm excited about. I'm happily optimistic. Let's put it that way. I'm happily optimistic.
Same here. I like the moves old Kellen Moore's making. He's getting the band back together. I liken it to the Blues Brothers. They're going across the country, getting the band back together. I'm like, dun dun dun.
That's what I'm saying.
Dun, dun.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm cool with that. But yeah, man. But before we get into it, we got to give a shout out to all of our official sponsors that keep the lights on for us here at IE Sports Radio. Of course, I don't think we still have a drop yet for that new sponsor, but let me check if we do or not, because I don't want to. No, I don't see one yet, but hopefully we'll get one made here soon. But check out our newest sponsor for IE Sports Radio, Raw Nutrition Supplements, y'all. Raw Nutrition Supplements. If you're a gym rat, is that the term still?
Yeah.
If you're in and out of the gym a lot, like if you're starting to lift weights again, like I am, you need that extra boost, to help you out. You need your creatine, you need your pre-workout, your muscle milk.
Your supplements.
You need your supplements. Check out Raw Nutrition Supplements. Get rawnutrition.com. Go to getrawnutrition.com and use the promo code IESR to get 10% off your entire purchase. I don't know if there's an expiration date on that promo code, so get it while you can, guys, while it's still available. Getrawnutrition.com. Use the promo code IESR for 10% off. I looked at their website, and they got a lot of stuff that they actually have like a pack, like you can buy in bulk, pre-workout, not just the mix, but they have actual like drinks already made. Like it's pre-workout drinks that you can buy, like shakes and juices. Like they have a lot of variety. So like if you're not one of those people that likes, I know me personally, I'm not a big fan of like protein powder and pre-workout that's like chocolate flavored, because to me it always is like a fucking gross ass like chalk taste. It never tastes like chocolate ever. It's just bland as hell. They have different options. I've seen like they got like strawberry flavor. I think watermelon was in there. Like they have a lot of variety. So it's like, okay, like I can deal with that. But so check it out, guys. Go to getrawnutrition.com. Use that promo code IESR at your checkout for 10% off your entire purchase, and it shows some love to us here at IE Sports Radio, since they are one of our newest official sponsors here of the network. And not only that,
protein powder in my gym bag, brother.
That's right, brother.
Let me go get a scoop out.
Gotta get my gains, brother.
Brother, got it all shook up for you, bro.
That's right. And so we're gonna take a quick little break. I know we just got started, but we're gonna take a quick little break just to show some love to our official sponsors. We're gonna hear from our official sponsors of Vital Apparel, Planet Jerky, and of course, Seal the Deal Wax Seals. We'll be right back with you in just a moment. We got a lot of wrestling news to talk about. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned right here at the IE Wrestling Show's special Friday edition episode. And we are just one episode away, guys. This is episode 99. Next week is episode 100 coming up next week. That's crazy. But stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back in just a moment. Do not go anywhere.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
Hi, eSports Radio fans. This show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clanking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go. For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
Yo, welcome back to the podcast, y'all. We are live streaming right here on the official IE Sports Radio X account and YouTube channel and my personal Facebook page. SoCal Saint the Crescent City Savage. Thank y'all for showing some love and watching those fine little drops from our official sponsors, Planet Jerky. This jerky's on a whole other planet. Delicious. Ooh, yeah. Seal the Deal Wax Seals. GetNutrition.com. Check it out. GetRawNutrition.com. And Vital Apparel. So, yeah, so shout out to all those great sponsors. And, of course, IE Sports Radio. You can check us out on any podcasting platform pretty much. Dan, we're on a lot of them. We're on GeoSavin, Podchaser, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Audible, all those awesome platforms, Apple Podcasts as well. And you can check out previous episodes of the IE Wrestling Show on the official IE Sports Radio website at iesportsradio.com/IE Wrestling Show if you want to catch up on previous episodes that you missed, especially right now since we're in the midst of WrestleMania season right now. Got a lot to talk about. So, man, we got some breaking news. Of course, we need to bring up. I think the biggest breaking news was what me and you were talking about just before we went live on the air. T5 is last night, Rock kind of shook the IWC. Of course, I'm talking about Dwayne Johnson. I'm talking about the final boss. On his official Instagram page, The Rock made this comment: "The final boss is coming to handle business, deliver a big, beautiful gift to the city of New Orleans, and to mess up a certain someone's life with the final boss gospel." So The Rock is coming to New Orleans tonight, SmackDown, live on the USA Network, The Rock's show. Man, and that's right there, man. That's your backyard right there, man. Nolans.
Yes, sir.
Big Easy, man. What do you think?
We gotta show up and show out, man. I don't know what The Rock got planned, man. Because 1 minute he in, 1 minute he out, 1 minute he going to shoot Moana and stuff. 1 minute he doing something else. I don't know what Cat doing. I think it might have, like we were talking about before, I think it might have to do with WrestleMania, because it's kind of been like a rumor, and then it's kind of been like a not official but unofficial that New Orleans is getting WrestleMania next year, and they haven't really said anything like officially, like a big old press conference or a big old announcement and the poster and everything. So they usually do that like around Super Bowl or after Super Bowl. So the fact they haven't done that yet, and SmackDown is in New Orleans tonight, I think that might have something to do with it. So we shall see.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people are being hopeful that it's, that this has something to do with the Rock and Roman, because I know people are still hopeful for Rock and Roman at WrestleMania. But and I know I was definitely one of them, because I just kept bringing it up, like, any chance I got, I thought, like that's the course, because I really thought like this whole new bloodline, scenario, that was where we were leading to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that doesn't seem to be the case anymore, at least in my, from what we're seeing. It doesn't seem like that's where we're headed. Like, I'm seeing rumors that, like, right now the working plan for WrestleMania is Seth and Roman one-on-one, and then Jacob and Solo going one-on-one with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're already starting to plant seeds right there. Like, that looks very feasible, Solo and Jacob, because of what happened, with Tama Tonga getting hit with the Samoan spike, and Jacob kind of just like, like kind of like dumbfounded as to what's going on. I don't know if Cody and I don't know if we're getting another Solo and Cody match for Elimination Chamber, because right now we only have 4 matches announced for that PLE. But it seems, I mean, with Solo's return the previous week on SmackDown as compared to last week when he attacked Cody out of nowhere, I'm just like, this again, but I guess it's a way to get us to to the Jacob and Solo match, because I feel like something's gonna happen where like Solo maybe relies on Jacob to try and help him win, and it's a clusterfuck. You know what I mean? It's the schmaz. But I don't know. I don't really think Rock is coming to announce anything as far as like a match wise, especially since I just read that he just got booked for a Martin Scorsese like crime drama, like mafia drama with Leonardo DiCaprio. This is probably the biggest role of Rock's career. I mean, hell, this is probably I don't think Rock himself has the acting chops. I mean, don't kill me in the comments. I'm a fan of The Rock. I love a lot of his films, but I don't think he's like up to standards of like being nominated for best supporting actor Oscar or anything like that. I mean, who knows? Maybe Scorsese could be the director to pull that kind of talent out of him. But I think that, in my opinion, I think that's like a huge deal for Rock about to make a Martin Scorsese film. I mean, Scorsese is like, he's fucking top tier when it comes to directors, man. I mean, Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies of all time. Anytime that movie is on, I'll stop and watch that film because that movie is from beginning to end, bro. Casino, that's another one that's fucking like from beginning to end. Taxi Driver. I mean, the list goes on and on. The Departed. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like this director has a near spotless record, and Rock about to be a part of that. I think that's definitely a very big deal in his for his career anyway. I don't know. What do you think, man?
I'd pull up too if I had a chance to do a Scorsese movie with Leo DiCaprio. I'd pull up too, man. Like you said, bro. Anytime Goodfellas comes on, that's an instant stop. That's an instant remote control go down.
Right.
Eyes up and start reading all the lines because you know all the lines in the movie. Same thing with Casino. Like, bro, bro.
That movie,
Rock
dude.
in a Scorsese movie? That's wild.
Yeah, I got the story right here. This is reported by Deadline. WWE legend The Rock is reportedly set to star alongside Leonardo DiCaprio and Emily Blunt in a currently untitled crime drama film directed by Martin Scorsese. The movie is set to take place in Hawaii during the 1960s, 1970s, and will focus on a ruthless crime boss based on a real figure. The Rock, DiCaprio, and Blunt are also set to produce the movie alongside Scorsese. So, bro, what if The Rock is playing this crime figure, this ruthless crime boss?
That's what I'm thinking, bro. That's wild.
Isn't that wild? That's crazy. And I'm sure Rock is all over that, especially in Hawaii, where his family made a career of professional wrestling. His grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia, and his grandmother, the wrestling promoter Ada. You know what I mean? It's wow. I mean,
that's crazy.
This is big. This is like, I mean, Rock has had a lot of life-changing moments for him career-wise. This could be yet another one, man. Just when you think The Rock is in a slump, because a lot of people have been saying his last few films have been, you know what I mean? Like he comes at you with this, and then I'm still really excited about his upcoming biopic that he's starring in for A24. Where he's playing that MMA fighter. What is that? God, who is he playing? Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to look it up right now. Here it is. Yeah, he's playing Mark Kerr. Rock is going to be playing Mark Kerr in a biopic for A24 called The Smashing Machine, and that comes out this year. And Emily Blunt is in that movie, too. She plays Mark Kerr's ex-wife, Dawn Staples. So, yeah, that's another big one. I mean, A24, of course, they came out with that I know very highly contentious amongst wrestling fans, but also a very good film, in my opinion, The Iron Claw, about the Von Erich family. You know? So I'm still having fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll get a Guerrero family movie in the vein of The Iron Claw and Eddie Guerrero biopic. I would love that. I mean, Chavo Guerrero, who worked on The Iron Claw and actually played one of the wrestling characters in that in a non-speaking role, said as much that's been discussed with producers at A24, and I think the name Pedro Pascal has been thrown around as a potential actor to portray Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
That'd be fire.
I can see similarities in that. You know what I mean? I mean, so I don't know, man. So I honestly think that the thing that we could see most likely with The Rock's announcement tonight is the WrestleMania being announced for New Orleans. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to the head honcho himself. Larry B is in the chat room. Let's go. And he was all over our discussion right now. Goodfellas, Casino. Bro, Rock's a gangster now. Yeah, maybe. The Rock's the final boss, baby. Of course he's a gangster. Don't make The Rock cut a promo. Listen, Larry B. I know you're the head honcho of IE Sports Radio. I know you're the one that's pulling the strings for IE Sports Radio. But when you look at me, you look in my eyes when I tell you this. This is gospel. You still answer to the great one, to the Brahma Bull, to the most electrified man in sports and entertainment, the final boss, The Rock. Yeah, look at that. I just cut a promo on your ass. In the vein of The Rock, man.
You take that. You take your little shiny laptop right there.
Right.
Turn that some bitch sideways and stick it up your candy ass.
Right. You take that. Oh man. You take that bag of Planet Jerky. I want you to open it up. I want you to take a bite. That's tasty, right? Oh, that's so good. You put that back. You close the bag. You put it down. I want you to grab that Vital Apparel. Yeah, you see that shirt? Ooh, it fits nice. I like it. Put that down. I want you to grab that pre-workout from Get Raw Nutrition. I think this is a good fit. You shine that bottle up real nice. You turn that sumbitch sideways and you stick it straight up your candy ass.
Not the cheap plugs.
Look at that. I'm promoting our sponsors while cutting a promo.
Not the cheap plugs.
That's the cheap plug, baby. That's how you get the cheap pops. Like Mick Foley when he go right here in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh man.
I miss Foley's cheap pops when he was commissioner. Yeah, man, those are always
right here.
Right here. Yeah. Oh man. So let's see. Let's get into some more wrestling news. Oh, okay. So I don't know if he was supposed to say this or not, but in a recent interview that he did with I can't remember what sports column it was. I just seen this actually right before we went on the air. It was actually for some sports reporting news website. I can't remember the name of it because I saw it in passing right before we logged in to do the show. But the little brother, Brandon Recksteiner of Brock Recksteiner. Both of them are the sons of Big Papa Pump himself, Scott Steiner. And I know I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. We talked about this, that Brock Recksteiner is potentially going to sign a NIL deal with the WWE. According to his brother, that's already happened. So, wow. Yeah, according to his younger brother, he said that, yeah, Brock has signed his deal. Once he's done with college, playing college football, I guess the dream is to go to the WWE and not to the NFL. So the next generation of Steiner is headed to the WWE and following the footsteps of his cousin, Braun Breaker, the current Intercontinental Champion on Monday Night Raw, the son of the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner. So, damn. So both Steiner's lineage is going to be represented in the WWE, man. That's a good deal. I say that's a good deal, man. Those kids, like the Steiners, it seems like their offspring are natural athletes.
You got 78% chance by coming up to Baby Papa Pump.
Right. You know what? He's fat. Samoa Joe is fat. And he's got a 75% chance of being a 75% chance loser. Now that's Steiner math.
Ooh, Big Papa Pump. Man, shout out to Big Papa Pump and Steiner math.
That's right. Big Papa Pump is hooked up.
Free in our heads to this day.
Bro, I don't think he even knew what he had with that. Like, I don't even think he knew what the fuck he was saying.
Nobody knew what he was saying.
Nobody knew what he was saying. I don't even think
they were just trying not to break. They was like, "What the fuck?"
I don't know who cuts a better, like, inconsequential, just non-existent, non-understandable promo. Big Papa Pump or the Ultimate Warrior.
I knew you was gonna say Warrior, bro.
Load the rocket full up with the Warriors, right?
You'd be like,
load the spaceship up, load the rocket fuel with the Warriors.
What the hell?
Right? I don't know what he said right now, but yay!
For real, everybody was still hype.
Exactly.
Do the thing, Warrior. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Come to me, my Warriors. Oh man,
he ain't care.
Hell no. Let's see. Oh man, if you guys are gonna be any wrestling fans out there in the Chicago area, I know there's a lot, but any wrestling fans that are also comic book fans that usually go to big comic book conventions in the city of Chicago, because of course there's the one big con that happens every year, C2E2. That's definitely on the bucket list right there. I got San Diego Comic-Con is still on the bucket list, and C2E2 is definitely on the bucket list of two cons I would love to go to at least once in my life. But Pro Wrestling Tees just announced yesterday evening that they have more announcements to make. But at their booth this year for C2E2 this year, on Saturday, April 12th, and Sunday, April 13th, at the Pro Wrestling Tees booth, they're going to have some big stars from both New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW. So on the AEW side of things, appearing all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Pro Wrestling Tees booth, Danhausen will be a guest there at the booth. You can actually meet Danhausen. You can take autographs. You can get autographs. You can take photos with him. Autographs and photo ops will be available at booth 599. You'll have to check out the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo website, the C2E2 official website, for more details. On Friday, April 11th, the Outrunners from AEW will be present also at the booth with Danhausen. And Sunday, April 13th, representing AEW, Willow Nightingale will be in attendance for C2E2. And on the New Japan side of things, this is actually I think this is huge. I think this is bigger than the AEW people that were announced. Saturday, April 12th, representing New Japan Pro Wrestling at C2E2, Gabe Kidd.
Woo!
Yes. Also, Saturday, April 12th, the now former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Zack Sabre Jr. This one right here, man. This could be his only appearance at a convention, at least that's not wrestling related. Saturday, April 12th, at the Pro Wrestling Tees booth. Can I get a drum roll, please, my brother? The Ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Ah! That's crazy. Hiroshi Tanahashi making a appearance at a Comic-Con, no less, for Pro Wrestling Tees. The Ace will be live at C2E2 in Chicago, Illinois. One of the biggest pro wrestling cities on the planet is going to be hosting one of the biggest comic book conventions ever that they do yearly, and Tanahashi is making an appearance. That's huge to me. I didn't think he does things like that. So that's really, really huge. If you guys plan on making the trek to Chicago for C2E2, if you're a local that lives there and you're a wrestling fan and you want to meet one of the biggest names in professional wrestling history, go hit it up. Saturday, April 12th, Tanahashi himself, the Ace, will be there live in attendance doing autographs and photos with the fans from the Pro Wrestling Tees booth. And they said there's still more to come. There's still more NJPW stars to announce. So,
you can chill right there.
That's what I'm saying. How do you top Tanahashi being an appearance at a Comic-Con? That's so huge.
Hell no, man. You chill right. You can stop right there, man. You had me at Tanahashi.
That's what I'm saying.
Then you got Zack Sabre out there, man, and you got who I still firmly believe should be the leader of Bullet Club War Dogs. Fight me on it, Gabe Kidd.
I love that you said that, because that was the next thing I was going to bring up. Speaking, we're talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling. This actually came out a few days ago. Evil made his return to NJPW and has ousted the War Dogs.
Yeah.
Club, officially rebranding House of Torture as Bullet Club. And Gabe Kidd was taken out in this hostile takeover, man. That is crazy.
Son out here losing his mind, bro. He out here losing his mind. He don't think the boys gonna put them hands on him.
So that's going to be an interesting thing to see where that goes. Gabe Kidd has got a lot of. I feel like his match with Kenny, was it a Wrestle Kingdom or was it a Wrestle Dynasty?
That was Wrestle Dynasty.
Wrestle Dynasty. I feel like that really helped him. It helped him out get more eyes on. I mean, a lot of wrestling fans that are more hardcore Japanese wrestling fans already knew what Gabe Kidd was capable of. But I feel like the overall consensus from that match with Kenny Omega really brought more eyes to him. And this is probably New Japan's way of like, let's strike while the iron's hot. You know what I mean?
And not for nothing, he's gonna be on Collision this Saturday.
Yeah, I was just about to say that he's been announced for AEW.
They promoted him with a nice little video package and everything. We don't know if he's just gonna be in a match or if he's gonna be on the mic or both. But man, if you give that man a mic, oh, bro, that boy fire on that mic, bro. Ooh, boy, I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it.
Let's see here. This, God, I hope this is not real, but I just have to speak on this because I gotta hear what you got to say about this. God, I don't know where this came from. I think it was reported by Wrestle Talk, and I don't know if Fightful talked about this or not, but apparently, God, I hate to even say this word. I apologize in advance. Rap star, and I use that term very loosely, Sexy Red reportedly was offered a permanent role as a wrestler for WWE. Apparently, she went on to say, rapping and wrestling are pretty much the same. It's not quite acting, but it's kind of acting too, right? Because when we go home and take off all of our jewels and gold and remove the costumes we wear, we then have to go right back to reality with our families. And, I mean, that's actually probably one of the more intelligent things I've actually heard her say. But, I guess Shawn Michaels took a liking to her. I don't know. Did you see that? There was that clip that I thought was really funny. Whenever she showed up backstage and Shawn's like, "Come here, baby."
Yeah, bro. I mean, I understand, she been on NXT a couple of times and, she was taking pictures and everything and doing little TikTok videos and junk with Shawn Michaels and stuff that went viral and everything. But I don't know, man. I know she a fan, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, let's keep her away from wrestling, huh? Let's not do that.
I understand, the occasional pop up, cameo appearance and stuff. That's cool, but I don't want you coming in here hitting no Canadian destroyers and shit, man.
Oh God!
I don't want you in there bumping with Sol Ruka at NXT or something, man. You chill out, man. I don't know, man.
Right. So I hate to give any promotion to him because I feel like he's so toxic to the wrestling community as of late. But I thought this was really funny, and I just had to mention this. The 2024 Wrestling Observer Awards were announced. And of course, Wrestling Observer is Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez. They're very controversial, released recently with a lot of their takes on things. But I thought this was really funny. Chris Jericho's The Learning Tree was voted worst gimmick of 2024. and these are the top 9 choices. At number 9 in a tie, MXM, which I'm guessing is what's the
Maximum Male Models?
Yeah, Maximum Male Models. Yeah, and Ava, the NXT general manager, The Rock's daughter.
Wow.
I wouldn't say. I don't even think she's really a gimmick. I just think she needs a little more.
Yeah, she's
just not comfortable in front of the camera. You could tell she's not comfortable in front of the camera. You know what I mean? She'll get there. You know, not every child.
Hey, that's why she's in
charisma.
She
as their charismatic father. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's a high hill to climb right there.
Exactly.
The Rock daughter.
Yeah, I mean, everybody expects her to be like super charismatic because of who her father is, and that's not necessarily the case. You know, not every child is going to mirror what their parents were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not going to be like with Santino and Aria Grace.
And Ariana, yeah.
You see how good she is.
Yeah, she's very natural. She's very natural.
Natural.
Yeah, she's very natural. At number 8, rookie Tony Storm. And at number 7, in a tie, House of Torture and the Undisputed Kingdom. At number 6, the Young Bucks. At number 5, this was actually shocking, Timeless Tony Storm. I thought people actually liked that gimmick.
Wow. Well, yeah. I mean, that's his vote, though.
Yeah, that's true. At number 4, Wendy Chu's new gimmick, her new dark gimmick. I don't even know what to call it, but Wendy Chu is number 4.
Yeah.
I feel like this should have been a number tie. This should have been tied for number 1. The Death Riders, aka the Neo Moxleys. That was number 3.
Yeah, I can see that.
At number 2, the Wyatt Six. And at number 1, the Learning Tree.
Now, see, some of that I agree with, and some of it I disagree with, because like the House of Torture, nobody likes the House of Torture at all. They do the same thing, interfere in the match, beat down after thing, get ran off. They do the same paint by numbers. The Death Riders, I think everybody's pretty much tired and done with the Death Riders.
The Death Riders is done. Like, when was the last time anybody? The thing that I hate about this Death Riders thing is the fact that Moxley is keeping the belt in a briefcase.
Yeah,
and, like, I don't understand the point of that. And you it makes you forget who's the world champion because you never see the title. We haven't seen the title in what, like 3 months, maybe longer.
Yeah, man, he holds it in a briefcase. They carry it around like the Secret Service and stuff, and he says it's his show. But you know what would show everybody it's really your show if you had that belt on your shoulder. But you know,
exactly.
And the Learning Tree, it has its points.
I don't know. I think Jericho's past the point of like redemption here. I think he has that go away heat. He's got that X-Pac heat where it's like they boo you not because you're doing a good job of being a heel. They're booing you because they're so sick and tired of seeing your face on their television screens. It's like, just go away. You know what I'm saying?
If anything, if folks are into Big Bill and Brian Keith, if anything is the takeaway from this Learning Tree thing, folks are really into Big Bill, and folks want Brian Keith to turn and pull off of there, because his match with Bandito was really over. His match he had with Bandito was really over. They did the 10 paces, stare down like the.
Oh yeah,
boy! Everybody was into that. So Jericho went and did it, and everybody started booing his ass.
Oh God, he's such a fucking like charisma vacuum, dude. It's so, you know why I think Jericho's heat is so like it's become go away heat, because he's not even trying to be what's the word I'm trying to look for? He's not even trying to be like God, I can't think of the word right now, but it's just very obvious to anybody watching Jericho on television right now is that he's literally there for the paycheck. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. Tony Khan pays him very well, and it just seems like he's not putting any effort into anything anymore. Not like he used to. Not like back in his WCW days when he was like really young and hungry, you know, or hit both, like almost every run in WWE, he tried to reinvent himself. And then his early run with AEW, which I will admit was an early success. You know, it was a great success, you know, especially with the Oh God, what was the group called? Now it's been so. It feels like it was like a century ago now.
Man, it really was.
The Inner Circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even that was cool. You know what I mean? But it's like his entire run with AEW has been like group to group to group to group, just kind of just sucking all the charisma away from everybody he's affiliated with.
Yeah, I mean, you could put young dudes over without having to be in a group. And
Exactly. You don't need to be affiliated with them to
be your disciples. Everybody loves Chris Jericho. Everybody is a disciple of Chris Jericho. They want to learn the learning tree. I get it, but everybody's kind of like, man, that could be time somebody else could be on TV, bro. Like that. Like everybody's tired of it. Like
exactly.
Just we all love Chris Jericho, but we love Chris Jericho a lot more if he wasn't on TV.
Exactly.
Like you gotta go away. That way people can miss you.
I don't even think that would help him right now.
I think it would.
You think so? I don't know.
If he just went away, thought of something new, chilled out for a while, and went away for a long enough time for people to actually miss him, and then come back with something different. Whether he's solo or whether he, does a trio or something like that and goes away for a while and then comes back and everybody's like, oh, snap, Chris Jericho. We ain't see Chris Jericho in a minute. And he's doing something totally different.
I mean, well, we'll see. I mean, he has to attempt that to see if that even works first. But right now, I feel like there's no saving that at the moment.
But man, a lot of the stuff you named on there, people actually like.
Yeah, I know.
That's why you can tell it's like a Dave Meltzer thing because everybody likes some of the stuff you mentioned on that list.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can't trust Dave Meltzer, man. He's such a
old weirdo,
such a vermin. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's an old crotchety weirdo. The fact
that he put two different Tony Storm gimmicks on there.
Exactly.
You need to throw a tomato at him for that one.
Right.
Thomas Tony Storm is over.
I can bet you anything. His criticism of it is probably like it's too much WWE. It's too much like a gimmick that you would see in WWE. That's why I don't really care for it. It'd be better if she was just just plain, just bland, Tony Storm, just going out there and just having great matches.
But that's where you kind of wrong at, because he even had rookie Tony Storm on there.
But that's
you can't win for losing. You can't win for losing with this dude.
That's what I'm saying. Because she was playing that, she was doing that gimmick for the pops and the laughs it got, because people obviously, like, everybody knows she's not a rookie. You know what I mean? Everybody knows she was playing a character, because the real Tony Storm is the timeless Tony Storm. But I feel like for him, it's too much entertainment and not enough. You know what I'm saying? Not enough wrestling.
Bro, it's wild because he's supposed to be inside, in the know, yada, yada, yada. You were in two camps. Either you thought she had legit amnesia or PTSD from getting beat by Mariah May.
Yeah.
Or you thought she was playing her.
Exactly.
So you was in either one of these two camps. Either way, you was invested.
Oh God! Look at.
So I mean, what does he not get?
Right. Look at Larry in the chat room. Why are you guys? Larry said, "Why are you guys mad at Jericho? Oh, how much time you got? How much time you got?"
He's Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. You can stop right there,
dude. I forgot that.
Belt on Bandito, you coward. Put him over.
Sad. That's sad. I forgot that he's the Ring of Honor. Because that's how non-existent Ring of Honor is at this point. Like, I feel like the legacy of Ring of Honor has been tarnished so much since Tony Khan bought the thing. It should have been its separate. Like, he should have ran it separately and keep the roster separate. And I feel like there's just too much integration with all the superstars. Is what I'm saying.
That right there. Separate them rosters. I understand you want to put some dudes in, some dudes out, cycle them in. You can do that, but you can have two different rosters: your AEW roster and your Ring of Honor roster. And then for a while, you can take like somebody if Bandito drops the belt to somebody, take him and put him on the main roster and just have him on the main roster.
Exactly.
The Outrunners. If you want the Outrunners to be in the tag team title hunt on Ring of Honor, bam, you can put them on there, but just have them on there. Like that. Stop.
That's what I'm saying. There's
like
too much.
Kyle Fletcher had the TV title. All right, cool. He was having banger matches, defending the title, but then you would take him and you would put him on the main roster and you would have him take a L. Not needed. Not needed.
It's just too much. I'm gonna just hit a Ghostbuster reference. There was too much crossing of the streams, bro, and it just made everything seem just so like uneventful whenever something happened on Ring of Honor TV. And the fact that you have to subscribe to Ring of Honor is another thing. Like, too, I mean, unless you're a hardcore Ring of Honor fan and you want to subscribe to the Honor Club for the old school matches, that's the only reason why I would think you would ever subscribe to that. Because
I watch it on a weekly basis. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's good.
The matches are good. More power to you, man. More power to you. If you're one of those, I'm cool. I'm not criticizing anyone for that, but I mean, for me, I just don't have the $10 a month to subscribe to that, especially with like his kind of, the way the booking has been. So, so I don't know. The only thing that's been consistent with the Ring of Honor is Athena.
Criticism I have is Athena. She should have been dropped the title.
It's criticism, and the only thing that's been consistent. She's been consistently booked strong as the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, but she's not getting a shot to do anything else with that title. And do they even have enough women that are specifically Ring of Honor roster?
Everybody, and they even had to bring main roster AEW women down to her. They had to bring Nyla Rose down there.
Right.
They had to bring Hikaru Shida down there. They had to bring Yuka Sakazaki down there. They had to bring like a lot of girls down there just to challenge her. And I think what the end game is they're gonna have a drop of the Billy finally, but they should have been did the second time. They're gonna have a drop of the Billy, and hopefully she gets called up and she challenges Mercedes for All In Texas, because it's in Texas. They had her at the press thing, the press release.
They did.
You should know. So that's what I think the end game is.
Hopefully, if that is to be the case. Let's see here. Larry, still in the chat room, said, but wait, do you guys believe in Joe Hendry? We do, man. And I got some noise. I got some news. I got some news about Joe Hendry, which is crazy. So Joe Hendry, just the other day, had to call out a website for selling fake counterfeit Joe Hendry merch. He put on his official X page, counterfeit merch has become a serious issue. Unless you get it from me, TNA, Pro Wrestling Tees, Hot Topic, or Major Bendy's, it is fake. Joe Hendry merch is a fake site. The attached images are examples of counterfeit items. It's time to stamp this out. And from the picture, I seen like this person's got like T-shirts. They even superimpose one of their images on Joe Hendry's chest from a picture of him like at a TNA event. Coffee mugs, just random things that aren't any of his merch. And he said that, like he he feels bad for anyone that got tricked into thinking that this is a part of his merch. And look at Larry. He said, "Oh, come on. You see, those people don't believe in Joe Hendry."
They out here buying bootleg Joe Hendry attire.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, guys,
Goodwill, you gotta go on TNA shop, or you gotta go on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Or Hot Topic, because Hot Topic does have the I believe in Joe Hendry t-shirt.
You ain't going to no joehendry.com /.com.
Yeah, exactly. Come on now.
Man, get out of here. Y'all wanted that bootleg Joe Hendry gear. You wanted to.
Speaking of TNA, I got some news here TNA wise. Just announced last night on TNA Impact, TNA Sacrifice, Friday, March 14th. It has been made official. NXT's Cora Jade will challenge Masha Slamovich for the TNA Knockouts World title.
Man, well, that was like ancient Chinese secret, huh?
I know, right?
Surprise! I'm like, I guess. Yeah, she came out there a couple of times with the little nonchalant look on her face, trying to challenge Masha Slamovich. Good luck with that, sister.
I know. We'll see. I'll see how she fares in that. Some other TNA wrestling news. If anybody caught TNA Impact, I think they had one of the best episodes. Not to mention NXT. I think NXT and TNA beat out main roster shows and Dynamite this week, in my opinion, because they had some big moments that came across on both platforms that's helping out both brands for sure. Let's backtrack to NXT for a second. Ricky, formerly known as Starks, signed his official NXT contract and now goes by the name Ricky Saints. And I know that's been apparently contentious on the internet wrestling community, the IWC, for any fucking reason, because people want to complain about everything. At least it's not Cope, okay? At least it's not as bad as
cousin. We back, baby. No,
that's right.
We up.
That's what I'm talking about. People,
we up, baby.
I had to silence some idiot on X the other day who was having a gripe about it. And I was like, did you watch the interview with Busted Open Radio after NXT with Bully Ray? He clearly explained why he chose the name Saints. He said because he's from New Orleans. That's part of the reason, and then he's trying to make a name for himself outside of what he's already done as Ricky Starks. And then I think, and it was, I didn't even think about this until I was listening to Wrestling Soup yesterday on the way home from picking up my son from school. But they had a good point. Joey Numbers and Anthony Missionary Thomas, shout out to Wrestling Soup, big fan. They pointed out that he had to change the name because they already have a Starks on the roster, Zoe Starks. So unless you were going to book them as brother and sister, why the hell would you have another Starks on your roster?
Everybody talks about them being cousins.
Or something like that. You know what I mean? So they had to change his name. They already got a Starks on the roster. So I like it. It pays homage to his hometown. It gives him a fresh start. People already know who he is. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of, you already know who he is.
New Orleans on his back, baby.
That's right. And he said if rumors are to be believed that WrestleMania 42 is going to take place at the Superdome in New Orleans, he said his goal is to be on that card next year. Can you imagine Ricky Saints in New Orleans at WrestleMania? Bro.
Whoo, that pop gonna be ridiculous. That pop would be that pop right there.
That pop would be absolute.
Whoo.
That's right. Yeah, I did that.
That pop gonna be ridiculous. Y'all chill out with my boy. He put New Orleans on his shoulders. Y'all chill out.
Speaking of our boy Ricky Saints, his debut on NXT the previous week garnered over 3 million views on WWE's official X account, outdrawing the big three from AEW, Ospreay, Mercedes, and Okada's debut. Just from him walking out in the crowd and saying that, the Revolution is going to be televised, or the Revolution is here, his little promo he did from the crowd. I mean, there was a lot of buzz, whenever he popped up, because it was literally that same day or the day before that it was announced that he was no longer on the roster, and then boom, he's on fucking NXT television. Crazy. I mean, that's like Monday Night War style, like when Lex Luger popped up on Nitro after working a WWE house show the previous night. You know what I mean?
And if you didn't watch NXT and you found out about it via the internet, then of course you go on good old YouTube,
exactly,
or the WWE account. Bam, that's views right there. Bam,
exactly.
Bam. You said what? Because man, like I said, I was in a Bible study meeting, and I'm sitting there like. After the meeting was over, I went on my phone. I'm like, whoa, chill out.
I think I even sent you a video of it, or I hit you up too about it.
I was like, hey, whoa, chill. Who did what? It's like when you're on the phone. What where you at? What you? Oh, hold on, like that.
Exactly.
Like, what's going on? I go on YouTube and X, and I'm like, he did what? He's where?
It's like, man, I feel like a little kid again because, like, I remember those days, bro. Like whenever we're watching WCW and WWF at the time, and you're like, whoa, so and so just popped up on Raw. Holy shit, look who's in the NWO now. Like, you know what I mean? It's like everything's a cycle. Everything's going in cycles, man.
Right.
And I feel like we've hit that spot again.
Bro, I remember when Scott Hall pulled up on Nitro, and like I said, I ain't know none of the behind the curtain stuff, bro. It was still real to me, damn it.
Right?
Bro, Scott Hall.
Like, you know who I am?
I'm like, who the hell Scott Hall? That's Razor Ramon.
Exactly. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
And I'm like, you're damn right. Why don't you tell us? Secrets don't keep friends. Friends don't keep secrets. What you doing there, brother?
War? We'll go to war. We're taking over.
I'm like, word, son. I
know, and then
same thing with the Radicals chilling in the crowd.
Oh yeah, Benoit, Saturn, Malenko, and Guerrero.
Man, Perry Saturn had the little black hat on and stuff, like he was about to join a Nation of Domination. I'm like,
Nation of Domination.
I'm sitting there like, hey, I know them cats. I'm very familiar with those four. And then they jumped the guardrail. I'm like, hey, whoa, what are we doing?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Man, good times.
It was good times, man. It was a lot of classic times. Watching, when things were like that, back in the day. I mean, oh man, I still remember when Scott Hall had brought in Kevin Nash the following week, and he's like, it's gonna be the big man and the medium-sized man.
Big sexy.
Right?
I was a big Diesel fan. Diesel and Shawn Michaels.
Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
Bro. Diesel versus Bret Hart, Diesel versus Undertaker. That was my jam, bro. So seeing Big Sexy on WCW, I'm like, it's Big Sexy. Big Mama is Big Sexy.
Dude, man, Diesel and Razor, Scott and Kev, they were the epitome of cool back in the day, man. Nobody was cooler than them, bro.
They had the swag, bro.
Nobody was cooler than them.
100% swag.
Nobody was cool. And then when you look at those,
boy, we was all too sweet. You see your homie in the hallway? Too sweet, boy. When
you look at those old promos, those old NWO promos, the black and white ones, when it was just the three of them,
yeah,
Hogan, Hall, and
that
Nash.
was so fly.
Dude, they was fly, but like you could see like they had to tone down Hogan, because Hogan was like the dad trying to be cool, he was like, because he was still like in that old school wrestling mentality, like the big energy, the big expression, this right here, brothers, is the new world order. And you got Kev and Scott just like, yeah,
they
whatever,
just chilling.
Man. They just chilling,
like,
laying in the cut. We're too sweet, too sweet, me bro. But yeah. Oh, look at Larry's got a question. Whatever happened to Dean Malenko? Dean Malenko is I
think he's still backstage at AEW.
Yeah, he's a backstage. Yeah, he's backstage at AEW. He's a producer. He's a match producer for AEW. He's like, y'all are mean. Calm down, Pop. Calm down, Pops. We got this.
Nah, man. Hogan was wilding, bro.
Yeah, he was. Hogan thought he was so cool.
Dude, him and Bischoff hitched their wagon to that so fast. And all of a sudden, they was 100% cool now. That you could tell from that Voodoo Child entrance, everybody was like, boy, this damn thing live. I hate Hogan, though.
Right, exactly.
You hated Hogan, you hated NWO, but you know that theme was live. That entrance was fire.
That was dope, dude. And it's step. Yeah.
And he come out there. He got a straight pink world title.
Yeah, he's strumming it like a guitar.
That was a rap.
I'm standing next to a mountain, and I chop it down with the edge of my hand. Hell yeah, dude.
And Bischoff come out there with that old doo-doo eating grin on his face,
yeah,
bro.
he's just like yep, fucking Bischoff.
I'm
like
like, boy, y'all just riding that wave, ain't y'all?
Hell yeah. That was good stuff, man. That was good stuff,
brother. Good stuff.
Man, okay, so if WrestleMania weekend wasn't already stacked to the gills with, you got your WrestleCon is always there during WrestleMania weekend with multiple different wrestling events happening throughout the week of WrestleMania in Vegas. You got NXT Stand and Deliver. You got the Hall of Fame. You got WrestleMania's night 1 and 2. So TNA has announced that on Thursday, April 17th, the week of WrestleMania, TNA Unbreakable will take place live.
Of course.
Thursday, April 17th from the Cox Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tickets have gone on sale as of this past Wednesday, and it was the pre-sale, and tickets are on sale right now. Tickets are on sale right now for the general public for TNA Unbreakable live April 17th at the Cox Pavilion. If you can get your tickets on TNAWrestling.com or anywhere they sell tickets right now. So, dude.
That's where they do Summer League at.
Yeah, that's crazy. That TNA is going to be there. Probably going to be one of the biggest nights for all of TNA.
They're like one of the promotions to take like outside of like Ring of Honor and maybe GCW. They take the most advantage of WrestleMania. They're every year.
Yeah.
In some form or another, their wrestlers are there or they'll do a show there every year.
And I don't know if AEW or Ring of Honor is going to have a presence this year because I heard that they're not going to be doing any events, no Ring of Honor events.
I haven't heard them announce Supercard of Honor.
They're not. That's the thing. I heard Tony Khan said they're not going to have a presence in Vegas that week. And they just announced that Double or Nothing is going to be taking place in Arizona for the first time. So that streak of being in Vegas is done. They're going to be in Glendale, Arizona for Double or Nothing this year.
Yeah, but a lot of people, on one hand, a lot of people kind of wanted them to change things up with Double or Nothing.
I mean, it's probably smart on his point because I feel like Vegas is going to be like wrestling. Well, that too, but I feel like that's probably one of the few smart decisions Tony Khan is making that he's got to look at it like our event is going to be like 2 to 3 weeks out from WrestleMania week, and there's probably going to be too much wrestling fatigue in the city of Vegas to have another event there. You know what I mean? So it's probably smart that he's moving it to somewhere else. Mm-hmm. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, what else happened this week? Oh, I don't know. The TNA X Division champion Moose getting face to face with NXT champion Oba Femi.
Bro, that Moose pop though.
Bro, that Moose
entrance. I never thought I'd be saying that. That Moose pop though. Bro, that Moose pop at NXT, bro. When that spotlight came on, bro.
Yeah, man.
What are we doing? Dude. What's happening? And then, let's just return the favor. Who they already knew. That crowd, then it was live too. That TNA live crowd, they knew.
They were sold out at Full Sail, the old stomping grounds for NXT.
Word.
Yeah, Word. They were sold out.
They was chanting for Oba.
Yeah, they were.
When once the system was beating down Leon Slater, they was next thing you know, the Hardys came out. You're like, all right, the Hardys. They was already chanting for Oba. They knew them cats was waiting for it.
Yeah, they were.
Came out, that was a wrap.
Bro. Big, I'm telling you, that's why I said NXT and TNA probably had the best wrestling shows this week. With just it was just the pure, just the way things were booked. Hell, what else happened on TNA this week? The Cologne, former WWE Tag Team Champions, Epico and Primo showed up and had a tag team match with TNA's newest signing, which I was shocked to learn because I thought he had signed a deal with AEW, but I guess not.
That was He just
Elijah
did a promo. He had
that was just a promo, yeah.
Righteous. But
yeah, I thought he was supposed to be like, I thought he was signed, but I guess not. So Elijah, formerly known as Elias in WWE, is now a TNA contracted wrestler, and he paired up with the TNA World Champion last night, Joe Hendry, to take on the Colognes. So that's cool. So Elijah's now a part of the TNA roster, which I love that. They're just bringing in more people, more eyes on the product, and then TNA, and we're getting the return. I think we've talked about that. I didn't think would happen on NXT, but bro, I announced this on X when it was announced, and got Larry B all excited about it, and a lot of fans are really excited about it. Next week on NXT television, the Hardy Boys return to WWE television to take on the No Quarter Catch crew in a tag team match, man. I am so excited for that. Matt and Jeff. Hell yeah, man. That pop is going to be crazy in the PC, man. That is going to be so loud in that building. And then on top of the look at that, Larry's all excited. Let's go, dude. I'm telling you, Matt and Jeff, Team Extreme coming back to WWE. Not only that, they're going to be joining forces with Obafemi on TNA television next Thursday in a 6-man tag against the System. So you got the NXT champion Obafemi and the TNA World Tag Team champions, the Hardys, taking on the System. Oh, man, that's going to be such a big, big week for wrestling next week, dude.
Man, about time they started sending some people TNA way, man, bruh. It was kind of looking one-sided for a minute. But man, y'all putting Obafemi on TNA?
The NXT champion Obafemi.
NXT champion Obafemi? Oh boy.
It don't get big. It don't get any bigger than that. You're putting your biggest name on the yeah, you know what I mean? Your main champion. You know, I don't even think Roxanne popped up in TNA, did she?
Nope.
No, yeah, exactly. Nope. Roxanne didn't even pop up when she was NXT Women's Champion.
Nope. Trick ain't pull up. Roxanne didn't pull up. Nah, man. Like it was just like one side. Like they would challenge folks on which because the trip part was Roxanne used to be on TNA.
Exactly.
That's the trip part. She was Roxy. She used to be Roxy in TNA for a minute. But you know, it's whatever. But
yeah, it's whatever.
Man,
well,
boy.
Right now, it's getting lit right now, man.
You got Cora Jade pulling up.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody getting in their little golf carts and pulling up.
Right. And then another big tag team match is announced for NXT television next week. Ricky Saints will make his in-ring debut, teaming with Javon Evans to take on Ethan Page and Wes Lee. So, man, we got 2 big tag team matches next week on NXT television. And Stephanie Vakir's first title defense is next week. She will defend the Women's North American Championship against Carmen Petrovic.
We're gonna need to rename this until she drops that title. We're gonna need to rename this the Stephanie Cake's title.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man. I see you, Booker T. Hey, I can't criticize Booker T because
right.
Saying what I'm thinking. So hey, it is.
I love it when she does that cake stomp, baby. Sucky ducky quack quack.
Somebody brought up, wouldn't it be funny if as a rib Shawn Michaels got Sharmell to come down to to NXT, and when he during the match she pulled up right behind him.
Mm-hmm. But, oh hey baby.
Oh bro, I would die right.
That would be so funny, bro. Man.
I'd be like, ooh, you in trouble? Like a little kid, like, ooh, you in trouble.
Right? Oh man. Oh, so let's end the news cycle on a positive note. I'm so happy to announce this huge update on Chris Bay of TNA. Chris is now walking after initially being paralyzed in the ring during a match with his tag team partner Ace Austin and the Hardys. This was his official post, so bear with me. This is a very long post. I'm going to try and read as much of it as I can. And this was posted on his birthday, which was on, I believe, February 13th. Today, I turned 29. Blessed to see it. On October 27th of 2024, I suffered a life-altering injury in Detroit at a TNA event while sharing the ring with my partner, Ace Austin, and some of my idols, the Hardys. This would be the scariest moment of my life as I tried to get up to my feet and finish the match only to realize I couldn't move. I was laid out paralyzed in the middle of the ring. I was ashamed for not being able to finish the match. I was embarrassed and I was scared. Thanks to our incredible ringside doctor and team at TNA, I was rushed to a nearby hospital and quickly underwent a surgery, fusing my neck C6 and C7 and a spinal cord fusion at C6 and T1. If it weren't for TNA and their quick reaction to the accident, I may not be here today. They've been so helpful throughout this entire journey. And then he said, since I've been home, I've been in therapy, working as hard as I can. I've had an incredible support system. There's so many people I want to thank, but if I can narrow it down to a few, I must thank my family, my TNA family, the dedicated staff in Detroit, my brother Ace Austin, my girlfriend Brittany Brooks, for being there every single step of the way while I was at my absolute lowest. And this all encapsulated with this. He said, today you see me celebrating life and taking steps that I've said would be unlikely. For 3 weeks, I've been out of my wheelchair learning to walk again. Nothing is impossible. You just have to believe and do the work. I thank God every second. I thank you every second. Will I ever wrestle again? Never say never. I'm just grateful to be alive. I don't know what my purpose is, but I know there's something meant for me to do. For now, I just hope to continue to heal as my body is still in a lot of pain. It's going to be a long road, but I will not give up. This is going to be the greatest story ever told. I love you all, Chris Bay. God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good, my friend.
Amen, brother. Amen, bro.
That's so awesome to hear that.
I'm just happy to see him still alive, up on his feet. And man, it's just good to see, man. That was some good news.
That is such good news. I'm so glad I got to report that here with you, man, because I know we talked about it when the injury happened, and we were, getting everybody to try and, if they wanted to, donate to his GoFundMe or purchase the I Heart Chris Bay shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees, which I believe is still available. If you haven't copped one, go to Pro Wrestling Tees and get your I Heart Chris Bay shirt. And the proceeds go to help out Chris Bay and his medical expenses. But man, that is such good news. When a lot of it was very up in the air, and we were all scared that I was God forbid, but I was thinking like, man, I hope this isn't another Draws incident where he would be wheelchair bound for the rest of his life. But yeah, by the grace of God, man, he is on his feet again. So that is good to know. Will he be in a wrestling ring again as a competitor? That's to be seen, but the most important thing is that he's got a new lease on life and he's able to move around on his own strength again. So that's really good to see. Let's take a quick break. We're going to hear from some of our affiliates here at IE Sports Radio. Thank you. Shout out to all 115 of y'all that are watching us live right now across all platforms. I appreciate that. I know my buddy, the Crescent City Savage, appreciates it. We'll be right back in just a moment. We're going to get down with some NXT Vengeance Day results. We're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber as the card presently sits. And we'll be right back.
We're going to slide somewhere in there. We're going to slide the Australian show because they was popping.
For sure. We'll be right back in just a moment, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the IE Wrestling Show. I guess we'll talk about the Australia show, whatever. I mean, for anybody that cares to hear about it.
This dude is such a hater.
Yeah. We'll talk about it, I guess. Well, I guess, for the two of the 115 of y'all that want to hear about it, we'll talk about it.
He punches puppies in the face.
I did, yeah. If I saw a puppy wearing an AEW t-shirt, I'd kick him across the street.
Yeah, Bosco! Get off Bosco!
All right. Like, next time you wear an NXT t-shirt, you little bitch.
No, Bosco, no!
We'll be right back, y'all. Stay tuned to the IE Wrestling Show.
How we doing, sports fans? This is Christian Harvey, your host of Gritsville, USA, your go-to show for all things Detroit and Michigan here on IE Sports Radio. Whether you're here for Gritty Lions talk, getting pumped up for the great Detroit sports renaissance, or hating on your neighbor depending on if they were green or blue, we got you covered. Whether you're in the East, West, or Central, we got you covered. Join me as we tackle through all that the great state of Michigan has to offer in the world of sports. Catch me, Christian Harvey, each week on Gritsville, USA, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, Pittsburgh? This is Ralph Calise, the host of the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Are you that passionate, diehard Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, or just a Pittsburgh sports fan? Then please join me on the Injury Report every Tuesday on IE Sports Radio, the direct feed for all that is sports. And I will update you on all that's black and gold, have you telling your Pittsburgh fans and friends what's up with Pittsburgh sports. Tune in Tuesday with me, Ralph Calise, the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Let's go!
Oh, we are back live right here on the IE Wrestling Show, the SoCal Saint and the Crescent City Savage himself. And we heard from our drops here with our crew here at IE Sports Radio for Gritsville, USA, and the Yinzer Report with my boy Ralph Calise. Give him a yeet.
And that black and mustard, not black and gold, black and mustard.
I think he got a little personal there with Ralph.
We beefing. We got personal beef.
Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't know that. I guess you got beef with Ralph like I got beef with Tony Khan.
Oh yeah, he ran over your foot or something, man. Tony Khan did something dirty to you, boy. We're gonna figure it out. That's your villain origin story. I can't wait till that thing get it. In this feud, I'm the Superman, he's the Lex Luthor, but just a really stupid one. But that's what he thinks. Wow, we gonna find out. I can't wait till this villain origin story get revealed. This is gonna be the greatest long-term story in history.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna find out, boy. We're like,
right.
What did Tony Khan ever do to him?
That's not a promise.
Word?
That's a spoiler. Oh man. So NXT Vengeance Day was this past weekend. It was coming to you live from the Care First Arena in Washington, D.C. This was the first Vengeance as well as NXT's first major event to live stream on Netflix outside of the United States. And, of course, it was live streaming here on Peacock like it normally does here in the United States. These are the matches in match order. Stephanie Vakir kicked off the night by winning the Women's North American Championship from Fallon Henley in an awesome match. What a way to kick off the premium live event the right way. I thought it started off really nice. The crowd was definitely into it. They were definitely into Stephanie. She's over. Let's put it that. There's so many of the women on the NXT roster are crazy over right now, man. It's a good time to be a fan of women's wrestling right now. There's a lot of women's wrestling talent that is currently over beyond a lot of their male companions in some instances. I would say Stephanie and Julia definitely fall into that category. Roxanne, who else?
Shit.
I would say on the AEW side of things, I would say Harley Cameron is definitely over. She got herself over with that her little Monet puppet, which I liked. I like that.
Damn, had me dying, bro.
But anyway, great match. I thought Stephanie and Fallon actually had some good chemistry there. And the right decision was made, putting the belt on Stephanie, for sure. There was only one way that match could have ended. There's no way Stephanie was losing that match.
Oh, nah, bro. Nah, man. Nah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
NXT kept it rolling, bro, with another stellar match from Fraxium, successfully defending the NXT tag team titles against Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. A lot of clash in styles, but the crowd was hot for that match.
I can't stand these two. Being so damn good and raising the bar, bringing up teams we ain't never heard of before and making them look good. I can't stand them two.
That's crazy. And this was just like a makeshift tag team that just got thrown together, and they've evolved into probably one of the best tag teams WWE has right now.
Word. And you got the Motor City Machine Guns, DIY,
the Street Profits,
New Day. You got all these teams, the War,
and they outshine them.
And these, bro, they take a team. They take a Franken team and elevate them, bro. They make you slowly but surely get into the match to where you like every near fall, you just like, oh my God, God. Bro, I mean, I'm sold on them. I am too. I told you it was a couple of PLEs ago. I was sold on. I was like, dang, bro. I don't know about this match, man. When they gonna break up? When they gonna break them up? And next thing you know, they started rolling. I was like, damn, I didn't think I was gonna be into that match. Next thing you know, I'm sitting over there, fight forever.
Exactly. I mean, what was it? I know that match. I know you talked about it. Like it kind of it was like a little slow start, but it was their match against North Quarter Catch Crew.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, but man, that match picked up big time.
Bro, that's what sold me, dude. Because I was into Fraxium, but I was waiting for them to break up because they kept hitting towards it, and I really didn't know much about No Quarter. I knew who was in it, but I really didn't care too much about it. So I was like, whatever. Next thing you know, as the match kept going on, I was like, okay, I see you. Next thing you know, I'm all up into it. He's not gonna break it up. He's not gonna break it up. Oh, they reeled me in, bro. And next thing you know, ever since, every time they're in the ring, they reel me in, bro. They reel me in.
I feel like it's, I hate to say it because then I don't know where that puts NXT's tag team division, but sooner or later, it's time to call them up, man. Like, bring them up as a set. Don't separate them.
I'm scared. I don't want them to.
I know.
I don't want them to,
I know.
bro.
Because, like I said, I don't know. Where does that leave NXT's tag team division? But you got to call them up at some point. They can't be down there forever. You know what I mean? Because they're just too good. And you need a team like them to elevate the main roster. It might even reinvigorate the main roster's tag team division, whichever show they land on, by bringing those guys up. I can see them having banger after banger after banger with like SmackDown's tag team roster. You know what I mean?
That's the trip part, though, because if they book these teams right on the main roster, you wouldn't need Fraxium to come up and elevate them because you got, like I said, we named off all the teams they got up there. They should be putting on classics.
Yeah, but the War Raiders, we almost forgot about them.
The way Trips is booking them, for some reason, they're not getting the storytelling and the care. Like, especially like the War Raiders. We've been one of the belts. We've been one of the belts off of Judgment Day. Cool. War Raiders got it. Cool. Put them in a story that makes sense at least, because what they did with American Made don't make sense.
Yeah,
now, they could put them two teams. We've seen the Creeds put on fire matches.
Yeah, they're another tag team that's like just waiting for their opportunity. You know, because they're a good tag team, bro. Like the brothers, You know, like they're good.
We've seen them put on fire matches in NXT. So you know,
Brian in the chat room here giving us tag team wrestling has lost steam since they split the titles. That's true.
I would be so down to see them in Fraxium.
Yeah, for sure. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, man. See where it goes.
Like you were saying, NXT needs to build some of these tag teams up, man.
And I guess they were trying to do that because right after Fraction was successful in retaining their tag team titles, they were attacked by the new stable that had been like promoted, weeks leading up to Vengeance Day, and it was it was funny. The crowd was like, "Who are you?"
I heard that, bro. I heard that.
Yeah, like they didn't know who the hell these guys are, and I have their identities revealed here.
Who are you?
And I'm still not knowing who the hell any of these guys are, but apparently these are the guys under the masks for this group that just debuted, this Temu Shield that the internet has been calling them. Joshua Black, Cutler James, Saquon Sugars, and Dion Lennox are the four men under those masks that debuted at Vengeance Day.
But man, it would be funny if it was the way you said it.
What, Shigars?
Shigars? Oh boy, Ricky Starks would have a time with that cutting promos, boy.
Ooh. Yeah, no.
Cigars.
I guess we'll see. What that leads to with them. Next match on the card, I'm gonna say I expected more out of it. I feel like it brought the event, not, I wouldn't say to a standstill, but it definitely kind of slowed down the momentum that they had with the first two matches. The strap match between Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams, and it was, I guess they changed the rules for a strap match because it was won by pinfall and not by hitting the four corners like CM Punk's strap match with Drew was.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's time to call up Trick, man. At this point, Trick's doing jobs left and right now. Like there's nothing left for him to do on the NXT roster. It's time for him to be called up to the main roster at this point.
Man, I'm like old girl from Mean Girls. Stop trying to make Eddie Thorpe a thing.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, Eddie Thorpe isn't bad. He's not a bad wrestler. I mean, he's got talent, but I don't. There's just something that's just not clicking yet. It's just, for me, there's just something with him that's just still falling a little flat on my end. You know what I mean?
It reminds me when they tried to push what's his name? The cat looked like Van Hammer. Oh, what's his face? I forgot what his name is. He gone now.
Van Hammer.
I forgot what his name is. They had him beat Kyle O'Reilly.
You're talking about oh God, what's his name? Jesus. It's
he was with Robert Stone.
A-Train's son. That's A-Train's son.
Yeah,
he's on the roster.
He was with Robert Stone for a while. He was
he was that big tall dude with a huge face and a huge head.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, I forgot his name. Holy crap, I can't remember his name.
Beat down angle and never followed up with it. No, my bad. They had him beat Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano.
Exactly.
Before they sent them up to the main roster, I'm like, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah, he was not.
He just couldn't click. He just couldn't click for nothing.
I will say this. I will give Shawn Michaels credit for not having Eddie Thorpe out there doing fucking rain dances and coming out like the Tonka and shit like that. I will say that. I will give Shawn credit for not going the ethnic route like Vince would have. Vince fucking would have him out there going, like, oh, like he would have him doing all sorts of shit.
The only thing he did do that was kind of sketchy was he had this dude beat Trick Williams with a strap during Black History Month.
No, that's probably the only questionable thing.
Whoop that trick during Black History Month, bro.
Yeah,
that was brave.
Next match on the card, Ethan Page defeated Javon Evans by pinfall. I think this is when things started getting picked back up again. And the way Ethan won the match, I thought was pretty smart, where he went right for the jaw, the jaw that he broke of the Javon Evans when Javon went for that springboard cutter of his. And did you catch that? I saw it in slow motion. Somebody was filming, and he kind of just like cold cocked him right in the jaw as he was coming down for that cutter. Very smart on Ethan Page's part. You know what I mean? All ego, baby. That was a good match. This feud with Ethan Page has got some legs for Javon. I think this is could be a turning point feud for Javon, because he's starting to bring out a little more of his rawness, a little more character, a little more aggression, instead of just him coming out and being the smiley guy. Like, I'm so happy to be here. You know what I mean?
Which I still think is the dumbest thing anybody's ever had come out of their mouth. But at the same time, I like the way he came out this Tuesday, because he wasn't smiling. He wasn't
exactly.
He came out. They're starting to build, like, they're starting to sharpen him up.
Yeah,
they're starting to sharpen him up and give him some character, some personality, give him some edge, and that's what he needs.
That's right.
That's what he needs. He
definitely needed that for sure. Next match on the card was the triple threat match for the NXT Championship. Of course, the ruler of NXT, Oba Femi, who retained his NXT Championship against A-Town Down Under, Grayson Waller, and Austin Theory. What a fucking no-brainer that was. Of course,
pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I feel like they're still starting to plant the seeds between the split. I mean, the long overdue split, in my opinion, of Waller and Theory. And I feel like Theory is going to be on I wouldn't say like a skyrocket, but I think he's going to be on a good trajectory, because he will be the babyface in that feud, because Waller is just so damn
natural trash bag
and trash talking and just an overall just dickhead. I mean, you're not gonna cheer for Grayson Waller. Yeah, Grayson Waller.
That's my best mate. He won't turn on mine.
Right? Oh, come on now. But then Obafemi fell victim to this new group. So they're going after the NXT tag team titles, and it looks like they're making it known that they're going to be going after the NXT champion at some point too. He got attacked after successfully retaining his title and getting laid out by this new group that still has no name.
That's what you do. You go when you pull up into the new school, or you pull up into the prison, you go after the biggest dog in the prison. Too bad it just happened to be Obafemi.
Right.
Man, rest in peace. Y'all about to lose your life. Y'all gonna have an unnamed grave. We don't know your names.
It's gonna the grave's gonna say, "Who are you?" lies here.
Who are you? Ooh.
Well, yeah, Larry giving us some clarity on Brian in the chat room. Brian is actually the host of our newest Boston show for IE Sports Radio, the Beantown Sports Pound. Wow, I like that. It rhymes. His show premieres next Wednesday, so it'll be on our normally scheduled day, Wednesday, for the IE Wrestling Show. And yeah, I can tell he's a huge wrestling fan, so I appreciate him showing some love to our show tonight, or this morning. Thank you, Brian. And thank you, Larry, for that clarity. And the main event, man, which I think I called it that this had to be the main event for this event. The Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT Women's title. Julia, the beautiful madness herself, successfully defended her NXT Women's title against main roster Bayley, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade. And very poetic in a way, having Stephanie Vakir come out with the NXT Women's North American title, standing side by side with her friend Julia as they raise their titles in the air together. Julia and Stephanie both coming into the company around the same time, now both champions in the company, really are the benchmark for the NXT Women's roster, but not to be outshone by them. The newest member of the NXT roster, after making her official WWE debut as a contracted WWE superstar, Jordan Grace herself, Thick Mama Pump, is now on the NXT women's roster. And I feel like it's very aptly named. People on online are calling them now the new horsewomen, whereas the former horsewomen were Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky, and now you got Jordan, Julia, and Stephanie. I don't know who you would throw in there as a fourth, but maybe Zariah.
Zariah. I keep calling her Delta. I'm gonna call her
I
Delta.
know, right? I like Zariah and her little tag team she's got going with Soul Ruka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the dynamic.
Soul up and hit that soul snatcher on her. Yeah.
Somebody put a picture with them together side by side with a picture of RVD and Kane side by side, and it said same energy. Because you got the no nonsense, like ready to just smash everyone, Zarya, and then you got Soul Ruka, who's just like, yeah, man, like, dude,
super chill and athletic, hella athletic.
Exactly. That Soul Snatcher, bro. That is one of the best finishing moves of recent memory.
That's like one of the dopest moves. It's like the Canadian Destroyer. That's going back like some original stuff. Remember when nobody ever saw a flip pile driver before?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the Soul Snatcher.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen no inverted flip RKO. God damn. Right.
And it's not she's doing an inverted flip. She's doing a front flip into it. She's not doing a back flip into it. So yeah, it's very, I got to give her credit, man. That match, every time she hits that move in a match, it pops. The crowd pops automatically. Yeah. And she can literally hit that move on anyone. And that's the type of finisher you want, because then it broadens your scope
right.
as far as being booked in future feuds and future matches, because she can literally hit that move on anyone.
Yep,
she can work with literally anyone.
A high flyer or a small cat, anybody.
Exactly. But I would think a very successful show for NXT. Great night for wrestling overall. I would probably give the show a solid 7 out of 10, in my opinion.
Man, we ate good on Saturday, man. You had this right here. Then you go in and you took a nap. Because I think it started a little early. It started like they at 6. And I thought it was going to start at 7.
And then I guess for the 2 people out of the 165 that are now watching us live, I guess we could talk about Grand Slam Australia if you want.
2 people.
Yeah, the 2 people that watch the show.
He gonna no sell it.
Yeah, I'm gonna no sell it.
He gonna pull a Samoa Joe and walk away.
Mm-hmm. Of course, AEW was in Brisbane, Australia, at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, where they had to downsize because they couldn't sell a stadium out. Just they had to mention that. And they didn't refund anybody the tickets or give them a price discount. They just kept those stadium seat prices. Kind of shady on their part, but that's neither here nor there. But go ahead. I'll let you take it. I'll let you take it away, T5. I'll let you go ahead.
Sure, since you probably didn't watch the damn show anyway.
I didn't waste my time. I had better things to do, like sleep.
Well, guess what? It was on HBO Max. That's why you can turn around and watch it later on. But it's whatever's though. Man, the first match, they came right off the jump. You swear up and down it was a PLE, because they started off with Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega versus Takeshita and Kyle. Boy, that match.
Yeah, I did see that match. Huh? I did see that match. It was a good match. For what it was. I don't think it was.
It hurts his soul. It hurts his soul.
I don't think it was 5-star quality like Dave Meltzer named it. That's the only match he gave 5 stars because Will Ospreay was in it. Of course, Will Ospreay is going to get 5 stars because Dave Meltzer's obsessed with Will Ospreay. So no matter what Will Ospreay does,
you don't think he got 5 stars because I don't know, maybe because it was actually good.
No, because the 5-star rating doesn't mean shit. Like. Kurt Angle doesn't have.
We're not worried about what he thinks. I'm talking about what you think.
I said the match was good. I'm not jumping over the moon for it like some people,
It was a fire match, and then the end to it too, bruh. That popped the hell out of me, dog.
It was predictable.
What?
It was predictable.
How the hell was it predictable?
It was predictable.
How the hell, bruh? Explain to me how a one-winged angel hidden blade into a one-winged angel is predictable?
Yeah, it's predictable because those are their finishers. I'm sorry, man. I'm not crazy about Will Ospreay, bro.
You was the world's greatest. Forget Drew McIntyre. You was the world's greatest hater. This dude gonna sit up here and tell me that was predictable, bruh.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm just not a big fan of Bruv. Okay, I think Bruv is overrated.
Wow, man,
I think Bruv is overrated.
Overrated?
Yeah,
bro. You want with them Hulk Hogan matches? My bad. He wants one of them old 19 body slam matches. My bad. He don't like.
I'm a big fan of Kenny Omega. I'm a big fan of Kenny. I'm not talking about Kenny. I'm just specifically talking about Will. I've never been like that huge on Will Ospreay. I don't really get he's all right. I don't think he's the end all be all. You know what I mean?
He ain't gotta be your favorite, but you gotta at least acknowledge that the dude put on fire matches.
I said he's all right.
He gotta be your top 5.
I said he's all right. What else you want me to say?
All right.
I said he's all right.
All right.
I said he's all right.
This cat wild, bro.
He's all right.
Okay, man. After that, they celebrated, yada yada yada. Cool. They announced that Kenny Omega will be challenging Takeshita. I believe at Revolution, or he wants to. What they have to do? They went the roundabout way. They went the roundabout way to try to do it. I don't know why. It's weird, but you will get Will and Kyle one more again in a steel cage at Revolution. So so there's another chance for them to put on a 5-star match. You could disagree with Dave Meltzer again.
Yay.
But we did, but man, one of the most, it was predictable, but it was fun as hell. The outcome was predictable, but it was fun as hell. Mercedes Moné versus Harley Cameron. Man, she gets better every time she's in the ring.
I hope you're talking about Harley and not
Harley Cameron. Oh, Mercedes is already top tier. Yeah, she's already up there.
That
Harley
Cameron, top tier.
Well, you don't watch women's wrestling anyway. But
what the fuck? I do watch women's wrestling. Okay, let me repeat that. I watch good women's wrestling. Okay, I watch great women's wrestling. I watch great women's wrestling, which is usually on TNA or NXT or Stardom. You know, real with real women's wrestlers, not this.
Time out. You just said you watch Stardom. Didn't you see her win that title in Stardom?
I try to forget.
Exactly. So you wild, bro. You was 100% wild.
You can't tell me that Mercedes' finisher is like cool. Her finisher looks like shit every time she does it. She needs to switch it up. I hate that.
She needs to go back to the bank statement, but other than that, the match was fire. Like Harley Cameron really got that crowd eating out her hand, bro. Her and that damn puppet. Her and that damn puppet, bro.
Let's get through this card, man. We're losing viewers. Shit. Let's speed it up.
Okay, so she goes up top, goes for Swanton, fails. Mercedes gets her knees up, beats her. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. We still have the same. You still have a TBS champion. She goes to the side as she's celebrating, and there is Momo Watanabe You watch Stardom, you know her. She goes, she's in that ringside. She takes that belt, pushes it in her face. So we could be getting Mercedes versus Momo at Revolution. I think we'll have to see. We
I
also
can see that happening on Dynamite, if not at Revolution.
Maybe. We had Okada versus Buddy Matthews. They put on a fire match.
Yeah, Buddy did what he could with injuring himself, getting into the ring. The thing that he had to rent from an indie promotion out there, and he in a now deleted tweet he talked about that. He said that he fucking tweaked his ankle on that fucked up ring or something like that. He said when he just jumped into the ring, like, and I saw the video of it, and he tweaked it nasty. But for him to be able to put on a damn near 15-minute match after doing that, I give Buddy props. And his girl was there. Rhea was there.
He was ringside.
Yeah.
If you caught it, like she was ringside. He had the same type of gear that she had when she did the Australian show.
Yeah, when they're at Perth last year. Yeah.
Yeah, he had the same. He had the same type of jacket. So shout out to mommy repping her mans and junk.
That's right. Yeah, and being there for her mans, that's cool. I'm glad WWE allowed her to be there for him.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because usually they put some bitch about stuff like. But yeah, Okada won with 2 Rainmakers. He had to hit him with 2 Rainmakers, bro. They let Buddy Matthews kick out of 2 of them bad boys, man, bro. Hey, I'm
really hoping that this eventual feud with Kenny, because it's going to lead to another feud with Kenny. Right. I hope this eventual feud with Kenny brings the Okada that we know out, because I feel that that's what's been missing with his transition from Japan to AEW. I know they're trying to go a different route with him with the new version of the Elite, and yes, there was times where it was comical and entertaining, but I want the no nonsense Rainmaker back, and I feel like Kenny is going to be the one to bring that out of him. You know what I mean?
I believe so too, because even with Buddy, even with the stuff with Buddy, he said, "Oh, my bad, I didn't know you were a bitch." I'm no bitch. It was still a little comical. He underestimated Buddy. That was the story of the match. He underestimated him. Now with Kenny, he already know what type of man, what type of monster he getting with Kenny.
Right.
Like you said, that's gonna bring that. That's gonna cut all the ha ha he out right there.
And I think that's what Okada needs to finally get to that level that he should have been presented at from the start. Because I feel like Okada is I don't want to say he's not being wasted. I just feel like he should be one of the guys main eventing shows, winning world titles right now. He shouldn't be, with just a whatever title right now.
They had him win the international title right off rip.
Right, but I'm saying he should have been presented as a main event star from the beginning in the main event scene, going after the world championship, because he's coming from being a multiple time world champion in New Japan. He should, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like he should be on that same level. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, he can win titles here and there in AEW if that's where the plan was, to just like kind of gradually get him there. But I didn't think he needed to be gradually brought there. He was already there. He was already at that level. He should have just been presented that way. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like I agree. Okada, should be main eventing. He main evented maybe like one show, and that's about it.
Yeah.
He should. And they presented him in the C2 tournament. He was a heavy favorite. He went to the final. He won the whole thing. I'm tripping. He won the whole thing. So and that's when Kenny made his return. He's the one that brought the belt out to him.
So those guys should definitely, once that feud happens, that should be the main event of that whatever show that first match happens on.
I think that'll probably all in. That'll probably be all in.
If it's not the main event, it should be the very first match. Like Roman. How Roman's either the first or the last match, never somewhere in between.
Right.
Yeah.
I could agree with that too.
Yeah.
And the next match was
the Brisbane Brawl
versus Mariah May.
Oh, that was the main event.
Oh yeah, my bad. That was the next one.
The Brisbane Brawl was next.
The Brisbane Brawl.
Yeah, the Neo Moxleys against Pope and Jay White.
Shout out to Australia, because I wasn't like enthused by this match, but they made the hell out of it, especially when they were singing Edge's
Cope. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're gonna get them sued. His name is Cope.
Bruh, they had me shut the hell up, because I was like, man, go ahead on, Australia. I hear y'all. They were singing the whole thing, bro. I was like, go ahead on. That had me in my feelings. I was like, all right. So it was a nice little brawly brawl. You had Wheeler Yuta eat a couple of Blade Runners and stuff. The finish, though, bro, what is y'all doing? They had
they need to just stop that.
They had Moxley lock up Cope in the bully choke and stuff, and basically made him pass out. And everybody started chanting, "That was bullshit. That was bullshit."
Because the whole thing is,
you can't say that. We're on HBO Max. You can't say that.
The whole storyline is, I'm so over the Death Riders.
Everybody is, bro. That's the one thing everybody can agree with, man. Everybody has such high hopes for the Death Riders, and they look so cool coming out there and stuff, and then it just, pew! So, man, they're hoping this is gonna be like the end somewhere, or they pivot, or do something, bro. Because what they doing now is not it.
That's right. But
we get to the
main event. It
now
definitely ended on a high note,
which is Timeless Tony, Mariah May. That was a fire story they've been telling.
Yeah, hometown girl gets the victory.
Huh?
Hometown girl got the victory, like it should have been.
Hometown girl got the victory, and man, that match was fire too. Man, they was beating the brakes off of each other. And
I will give credit. I did see that match. That was a good match. I will give them credit for putting on a good match and sending those the Australian fans home happy. Tony Khan. If one thing that he does right is that he usually books the hometown heroes to win in their hometown, unlike Vince used to always have them lose in their hometown most of the time.
There are people on their birthday.
Yeah. Or having JR get his face shoved in Vince's ass in Oklahoma, just random weird shit.
Wild stuff.
Yes. But yeah, Mariah May and Tony have been telling a good story. There's going to be a third match. And I think Mariah should take the title and the victory on that third rubber match, because Tony does not need the title at this point, honestly. Her and Mariah need to separate for a lengthy time. So give Mariah a second run with the title in the third match, or after the outcome of the third match, and let her start having some feuds with someone else. Like, show that she can carry a program with someone other than Tony, because this title reign that she had, it had good matches, but there was really no story to any of them outside of her and Tony. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Like the most meaty part of her title reign was the stuff with her and Mina Shirakawa. The only problem was Mina wasn't able to bounce back and forth from Japan to the US to fill in some of that story. So that's why it kind of lagged a little. But they could have did so much more with that. The stuff with her and Thunder Rosa could have been a whole lot better. The stuff where she had like a lot of good matches, but like you were saying, the story part, the meat and potatoes she had her character going, has the glamour, and she's better than everybody and that sort of thing. But you needed something like the stuff with Tony, where you got this ongoing feud. It's on site. She's playing mind games with her, the whole shebang. So I hope they lock up. If they do, spread them out for a while, and then have Mariah come back and take the title from her, and then you could start putting her in lengthy feuds because you're not waiting for her to get back to Tony.
Right.
Not move away from that. It could be a forever beef. Like, like every time these two link up, they're gonna fight. They don't like each
exactly.
other. You could do that, but spread that out.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cena and Orton. They don't like each other. Yeah. It's a tale all this time. This could be the same thing. Mariah and Tony. We know they don't like each other. We know the history. Bam, bam, bam. Save it for another day.
Right. I agree. Well, damn, we're actually out of time. We're at the 2 hour mark, and we gotta probably close it up here. But I know I wanted to get to the Elimination Chamber, but I don't think the final card is set in stone. So, but I will say this:
you still got time for that.
I will say this: at least the Elimination Chamber matches have been set in stone, so we can just talk about that real quick. And it's already been verified which champion they'll be competing against, because each Royal Rumble winner has already chosen who they will compete against. Charlotte Flair made it known last Friday night on SmackDown that she has chosen Tiffany Stratton. No brainer. So at WrestleMania, we're going to get Tiffany Stratton defending the WWE Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. And then Jey Uso made it known that he's going to be challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. So we got Jey and Gunther and Flair and Stratton at WrestleMania for their respective championships. So the Women's Elimination Chamber match will be for a Women's World Championship match at WrestleMania 41. The winner will face mommy herself, Rhea Ripley, for the Women's World title. And it's going to be Liv Morgan versus WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss versus Bayley versus WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Naomi and Roxanne Perez.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know where this is going to go. God forbid we get another Liv Morgan and Rhea match at WrestleMania. I say hell no to that.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't you do that. It feels really weird if Alexa Bliss ends up winning and she's on SmackDown. You know what I mean? I guess that would be interesting to get Alexa Bliss back in the swing of things. That would be. I wouldn't mind seeing that match because I don't know. I can't even remember.
I don't think she's gonna win because I think you seen like some of her backstage stuff. They have the little Wyatt Six stuff pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't think she's gonna win. I think she'll have a good showing, but I don't think she's gonna win.
So I really don't know who will win. I feel like it's too soon, but what if Roxanne pulls out a shock victory? And gets a chance to fight for a world title at a WrestleMania so soon after being called up, from NXT.
Man, that's a possibility. Man, would it be? Because I could see her versus Bianca, Rhea versus Bianca, but they still have the whole Jade story they're trying to tell.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
I think it might end up being like Bianca and Naomi versus
Liv and Raquel.
Raquel.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, so unless they surprise us, that takes them two out, or them three. That takes them three out. So, man,
I wouldn't mind seeing Bianca and Rhea because they kind of came up around the same time as far as their rise.
Then they had their moments in the Royal Rumbles
mm-hmm.
where it was the last two and everything. So yeah, man,
we haven't really seen them have a really a feud ever really. So that would be interesting to see too. And then the men's Elimination Chamber match is set in stone for the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41. So it's guaranteed the winner of this match will face Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE title at WrestleMania. Brian in the chat room, the host of our the Beantown Sports Pound show here on IE Sports Radio, said maybe The Rock puts himself in the match tonight. I don't know. I highly doubt that, honestly.
Hey, if John Cena can do it,
I mean, I guess so, but I don't know. I just highly doubt that. That's
I doubt that too. I just wanted to point that out. John Cena just put himself in the match.
He did, yes. So John Cena versus Drew McIntyre versus Logan Paul versus Damian Priest versus Seth freaking Rollins versus CM Punk. And I'm going to put this out there. This is my scenario. Now I'm kind of updating it because I know I presented the scenario to you last week. I think this is actually going to be the scenario. This could be one. Okay, so the scenario I presented last week was Cena winning and then Punk calling in his favor and making it a triple threat at WrestleMania. This is my other scenario.
Where updated scenario.
This is an updated scenario. We're going to get Roman Reigns returning at Elimination Chamber. He's going to pop up in the chamber a la Shawn Michaels the year that he cost The Undertaker the World Heavyweight Championship when he super kicked him and Chris Jericho beat him for the world title. That led to their retirement match at WrestleMania. If anyone remembers that. They should, because that was a fucking classic build. But anyway, I think Roman's going to come back and he's going to kill two birds with one stone. He's going to cost Seth freaking Rollins his chance at competing for the title at WrestleMania, which in turn builds their feud for WrestleMania. We have Rollins and Roman finally going one-on-one to try and squash all this bullshit that's still sitting between them from years past, which I think is great storytelling in terms of like never forget, the things that happened in the past, because the things that happened in the past build on what's currently happening right now. And I love that they always go back to that, especially with Seth. It's like if you didn't do what you did, we wouldn't have the Roman that we had. He wouldn't have become the tribal chief because you turned on him. All those years ago, which I love that. I love that part of the storytelling there. But in turn, Roman will, on Paul Heyman's behalf, his wise man, help CM Punk win the chamber match, which will then be Punk called in favor, and Punk wins and faces Cody one-on-one at WrestleMania. So we either get the scenario of Punk injecting himself into the match via the favor, or we have Roman helping Punk because of the favor. Those are my two scenarios I think are going to happen.
Red pill, blue pill.
But yeah, so we also got a guaranteed banger. That's going to take place, unsanctioned match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, which I thought this was going to go to WrestleMania, but I don't think that's where it's headed. I think what's going to end up happening is I think we're going to get RKO versus KO at WrestleMania. Randy's back. And I think Karrion Kross is going to cost Sami Zayn the match. And we're going to have a match between Sami Zayn and Karrion at WrestleMania. Like, this is going to be Karrion's coming out party. As far as because Karrion Kross has been laying in the cut, just biding his time.
Yeah, messing with Sami.
And he's been messing with Sami lately. He's been really focused on Sami Zayn. And I feel like that's where it's going to lead to.
I can see that. And I can see Kevin Owens trying to take it too far and try to kill Sami Zayn in his career with the package pile driver or the other regular pile driver. And out comes, I have voices in my head, it comes from me.
Right.
And that huge Randy pop, and Randy comes in and saves Sami, and then you go off to the races. Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton for WrestleMania.
Yeah, because you got to imagine Randy's going to come back in time for WrestleMania.
Word.
I can't picture him being out of the loop WrestleMania season wise. You know what I mean?
Word.
And then another big match, I guess, that was made official after SmackDown last Friday was Toronto's own Trish Stratus, WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus, the beautiful Trish Stratus, will be teaming with Tiffany Stratton to take on Nia Jax and Candice LeRae in a tag team match.
Yeah, I knew it was going to tag. I didn't know it was going to be for the Elimination Chamber.
It was made official for Elimination Chamber.
I thought it was going to be like I thought it was gonna be on SmackDown or something, but that's cool.
But yeah, so with that said, guys, I mean that's it. That's all we got for y'all today, man. I love that everybody stayed tuned with us. We are right there at the cusp. 199 live viewers right now for us right here on the IE Wrestling Show. That's one of the biggest numbers we've had in a long time, and I am so grateful and thankful for that. Thank you all so much for sticking with us for this special Friday edition of the IE Wrestling Show, especially since we started on such an early time, because right now is usually when we would be starting the show off around this time. But hell, y'all hung in there with us for a little over 2 hours now, man. And T5, you got anything to plug, man?
Crescent City Connection is looking for a new producer. Other than that, nah, man. I don't have.
Yeah, so follow T5 on his X pages. Who is T Fizzle? And that's his personal page, and then at Crescent City _IE. That's Crescent City _IE for the show page for the Crescent City Connection. Everything Louisiana sports. You want to follow my boy T5 for that. And of course, please follow the IE Wrestling Show on X, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You know, I try to keep posting much as possible whenever I can. But man, it has been a great turnout. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please don't forget, it's been scrolling the entire show. Hit up that supporters club, www.spreaker.com /
Hey, I got a peace out.
The IE Wrestling Show / support.